So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jenkins to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Gurley looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Henderson going to run for it. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jenkins. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Jenkins. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Ravens 6.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on it.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
For Baltimore.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 3.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down, Baltimore.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
Lining up for the extra.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Back to throw. Jenkins. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. They'll find Everett there, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jenkins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off play action. Jenkins. And they'll get this down to the 10. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
A gain of 8 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Another try on second down with Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Ravens 13. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Jackson, he's going to keep it himself. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Jenkins airing it out. It's caught inside the 25. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Jenkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Operating from the gun, Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
And the Raven first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First down, Ravens.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run. It's Gurley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
Operating from the gun, Jenkins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off the play fake, Jenkins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, Jenkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson going to run. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, Jenkins. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Falcons 24, Ravens 23. Kickoff for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Henderson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Henderson on the handoff.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
40 there defensively.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Off play action. Jenkins. And he comes back with one complete.
That's good.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
48, I'm here all day. Kill.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another carry now for Gurley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. 3rd and goal, Gurley. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, on 4th and goal, here's the option.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Coup now for the point after.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Is good. Makes the score Falcons 31. Ravens
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And the Ravens
Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jenkins. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start with the option. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A gain of 18.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jenkins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Off the play fake, Jenkins. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check three, check three, check three. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Right. Let's go, D, let's go. 18. Hey, smash. 48 Mark. No, check. Street. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 1st and 10, Jenkins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing now is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Jackson's pass.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gain on the play. But it's
one last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Ravens.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Falcons, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.